200, 100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
FedEx 523 ready for departure, next inbound 10 miles from Panama.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
5238, Charlie Alpha, line up and wait to take the train. Charlie Alpha, line up and wait, 35 right, FedEx 523.
Ground spoilers. This is green.
one gear is not down. 9:30.
Left, we have an emergency inbound at 9 left. We're probably going to close that runway. So as you can, make
Oh,
two
sweet.
left
It's
turns.
gonna close the runway.
Pull them down the runway.
Copy that, yeah. If they get disabled on the runway, we're going to close it, but if they get off the runway.
100, 50, 30, retard, retard, retard.